Lists are give me a second. Lists are the most confusing thing in Python so far, at least for me, a beginner who started coding about 2 weeks ago. When I first saw them, I thought, okay, it's just a variable that can basically store multiple values. Seems easy enough. At first I thought I understood them, then I started accessing values, then changing values, then comparing values. And at some point I wasn't even sure anymore if I was looking at a value, an index, or just at complete nonsense. And the worst was the confusion with brackets. I thought it wasn't too bad. Let's say we have a list called inventory and it stores the values sort and potion. The square brackets just indicate that the information is within a list that is set to a value. If we want to add to the list, we use the append function, which looks like this. This would turn the list into this. Using parentheses here kind of made sense because the append function is a function and we call them by using parentheses. But the further I went down the rabbit hole of lists, the more I got confused. For example, I eventually ran into a code that looked something like this. For I in range 0 in the length of inventory, print inventory I. And that's where my brain started to kind of overheat a little, because why is length in parentheses when we're going through the length of an inventory? I mean, I get that it's a function and it's not a list, but this kind of created a confusion for me because I was never really sure when to put in parentheses and when to put in square brackets. And then I had to compare matching values in 2 different lists. See for yourself. So basically the task was to compare 2 lists. We have an old character levels list and we have a new character levels list. The task was actually to figure out a way to print all the indexes where the level changes into the console. I tried doing that by looping through each list one time and then comparing 2 values, saying for I in range of the character level and for the new character level, and put them together. However, as you see in the output, it clearly didn't work as I intended. So I figured out that the length actually equals to the same length of both of the character levels lists, which meant that because they are both in the same scope, if I just put them in and here put the I in the square brackets, that I can actually easily compare the 2 values together, print the I and get what I want. And as you can see in the terminal, it actually worked. But also here was the issue that I was talking about, because I wouldn't have known to use those brackets, those square brackets, if it wasn't set so in the assignment. So I think I still need to do a lot of work to get to where I want to be and understanding the lists as they work, because right now I'm still very, very confused. I even implemented the lists into my Snake project. If you haven't seen the video of how I code Snake as a complete programming beginner, check it out on my channel. But as I said, the more different examples I saw, the more my understanding of which type of brackets to use started to water down. So if you have an easy way to remember when to use parentheses and when to use square brackets, please let me know in the comments, because that is probably what I struggle with the most in Python. If you enjoyed this small learning update video and want to see more of it, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. We're almost at the 100 mark and I appreciate every single one joiner of you. When I started to do this channel, I would have never thought that actually people were here to watch it. And seeing this number go up and people commenting on my videos and sharing it just puts a smile on my face. So yeah, see you in the next video. Until I get employed.